so you are willing to look at what things you do to sabotage good things that come into your life. I'll give you an example. I read this book called Forgive to Win, and what it talked about is, one of the things is if you're not returning phone calls, if you're not answering emails promptly, you are sabotaging your own success. You are sabotaging your ability to do well professionally. I used to take forever with emails. It truly was not that I intended anything bad. I just wouldn't want to do it at that exact moment for whatever reason. I was a little bit too tired or, whatever. And I was like a deer in the headlights when I read that. Like, oh my gosh, I am sabotaging my relationships with people, my ability to book a speaking gig, my ability to bring a new client in by not getting back to them. Do I still fail at this sometimes? I do. So if you've emailed me and I haven't gotten back, I need to watch this and listen to it, obviously. And as it comes to doing what we need to do to attract it, I think we have to deal with this issue of time. One of the things that I think is so uniquely human is everything is either arriving too quickly or not quickly enough. And so we need to apply the principle of everything arrives in the right time. I couldn't imagine something really good coming into my life and going, well gee, I wasn't really expecting it this soon. No. Learn to accept the good when it comes, because it does come. It does come, and most of us have so much more good in our lives if we are being truthful, if we are being grown-ups, if we are being mature in our spiritual awareness, then we do that. So this is what A Course in Miracles means when it says the miracle makes use of time but is not ruled by it. And when you do not have something that you want in your life, when you feel like it is taking too long, that it isn't showing up fast enough, the reason for that is because you, on some level, have to prepare for that to come. Use that time. So when it comes, you can hold it, you can appreciate it, you can share it with others. The universe is granting you an opportunity to remove some blockage that you have, something that in some way blocks the awareness of light in your life. One way I think is helpful to realize how can I prepare, or what am I waiting for here, is to try and consider what lesson am I supposed to be learning from this? And when we talk about learning from a spiritual perspective, it's not cumulative in the way that we think about learning from a human perspective. It's an uncovering, it's a remembering. Because on a soul level, everyone knows everything. That's why when we talk about free will and the level of awareness at which we engage, we can immediately go from zero to Christ consciousness if we are truly ready at some level. And so I think it can sometimes be helpful just as an intellectual exercise to think, if I don't have the amount of money that I want, if I don't feel as healthy as I want to, if I don't have the friendships that I want, the relationship that I want, whatever the situation is, what am I not learning here? What am I not seeing that I need to see? And sometimes it might be letting yourself feel the bad. I think sometimes in the spiritual community, we want everything to be so joyful and so elated that we shy away from feeling some of our more negative emotions. So it might be that you are supposed to sit with a little bit of anxiety for 5 minutes so that something good can come. And when you really sit with some of those more painful emotions, guilt, anger, resentment, judgment, you then not only begin to release them, but you begin to signal to the highest part of yourself and to the other people in your life that you are ready for joy, that you are ready for contentment, that you are ready for bliss, that you are ready for peace. So I think that if we are willing to desire deeply what we want, signal that desire by putting into practice meditation, affirmation, prayer, whatever in your life, and then we are willing to do concretely what we need to do to bring that toward us, we can absolutely start to create the lives that we want, the lives that we desire. I mean, it is your birthright to have the life that you want. You know, whoever started this business of, God doesn't want what you want, It just floors me. So 2012, I think, represents this unique moment in time, a unique energy, a unique archetype in which we have the capacity to tune into it. So this morning, let us tune into that energy so that we can create the lives that we want, and then as a planet, we can create the collective that we want. Let us accept that the time for needless suffering is over, that the old way of doing business on this planet is over, and let us become consciously aware to engage exactly where we are right now. Thank you so much, guys.